Okay, so the United Kingdom's Home Office has recently made a video game available, quote unquote video game, supposedly to help fight against radicalization. It's really, in my opinion, a large propaganda thing, which I will get into. So the Home Office, for those of us in the United States, is their equivalent of the Department of the Interior. After 9/11, actually in 2003, so 2 years after 9/11, or year and a half, they created a office called Prevent. It was an anti-terrorism thing. Now, with this video game again, it's more of a choose your own adventure type thing. You make decisions. I don't know if this is what the entire thing looks like now, or if this is just an outreach and they still look into terrorism or whatever. It looks like a large propaganda thing to me. And I mean, I've seen Homeland Security has its propaganda branch, although they do still do more stuff against terrorism. I'm not British, so I don't know if how well they're preventing, how much of it is meant to deal with terrorism or what. But I played it, and so we're going to go through it and discuss it. Okay, so pathways navigating gaming, the internet, and extremism, because they're trying to basically keep your kids from being converted into radicals by strangers they meet on the internet. Not bad. I mean, we should monitor what our children read on the internet. It would be nice if there was like more emphasis on keeping them away from porn and groomers, but that's another story altogether. Um, but okay, radicalization. I'm fine, keeping your kids from being radicals so long as we are even about what is a radical and not using propaganda phrases. Okay, what else we got? A free youth-centered interactive learning page for education on extremism, radicalization, and Prevent. And again, Prevent is just the name of their anti-terrorism program. Now, the title page, which lists all this, everyone on it is white. So right away, it's like we have our target audience of who is most likely to be radicalized, which I disagree with. Which isn't to say white people can't be radicalized, because they can and are being, but the idea that they are the only ones we need to target with this is a little racist. Or actually, let's say very racist. Okay, next page. Welcome to Pathways, an interactive game where you determine your journey. In this game, you will have to choose between certain options that can lead to different outcomes. Let's see where your path takes you. Now, you're playing the character Charlie, and this is, this is the thing. It talks about you're guiding Charlie. You're not really playing Charlie. Charlie's talked about in the third person all the time. But they keep having these phrases that you are Charlie at the same time. Now with Charlie, you can play Charlie as either a boy or a girl, so he's either Charles or Charlene. But they always use they them pronouns, which someone pointed out. But then I saw, okay, you can play it as a girl, and they're just using the same text for all of it. But that being the case, why did they take the time to change the graphics for all of it? I mean, it's easier to change the text than the graphics, isn't it? I don't know. I don't make animated videos, but I do know it's fairly easy just to change type, instead of going in and recoding for the video, I would think. But no, you're always a they them. Now, why do you get to choose whether you want to play as a boy or a girl for inclusivity? So they, them, inclusivity. Now I'm going to say 90% they were just being lazy and not changing text, and so everything's they, them because it's easier. But again, because we're going to allow you to play as a boy or a girl, but we're going to, and change the video for whether your choice, but not change the text. There's that 10% I think they're pushing wokeism on us. But like I said, 90% they were just being lazy and didn't want to change the text. Okay. Okay. Instructions. Number 1. In this game, you will be presented with scenarios that require you to take action, like hearing something racist while gaming or watching a provocative video on social media. Okay, technically that's not an instruction, that's just background material, but they list it as an instruction. Number 2. From the 3 alternative options presented, you will use your mouse to select one based on the information given and what outcome you think this will have. Okay, that's interesting enough. The weird thing here is their choices and the outcomes are really, really out there. We will get into that later. Number 3, the choices you make will determine the route your character takes. Remember to be aware of getting trapped in risky or harmful situations, as the different choices can lead to situations involving extremism and radicalization, damaging the outcome of your character. And this is one thing, so are you actually Charlie, or are you just guiding Charlie? They sort of go back and forth. Some people say this is your character, some people say, the instructions would seem to indicate that you are not Charlie, you're just helping Charlie along. And this goes back to the whole they, them thing, and you have no choice in it. Some people have made a deal about this. Again, I'm just saying, I'm thinking the person who made the game got lazy and wasn't consistent in how they phrase things. Okay, so you have 5 situations and then a follow-up to go through. First situation, Charlie is at home playing online games. Charlie's recently gone to college. College, don't know what that means. Again, this is British. How old is Charlie? I would say 17 or 18. Based on, I don't know their education system that well. I do know that I have come across some pop culture references about people being out of their equivalent of high school at 17 and getting a job. So don't know when they start and finish high school, but we got some references to 17 or 18 being about the time this would be. And what does he mean by college? It's not a university as we think. He's taking hospitality classes, and there's apparently job placement. So is this really more of a what is it? Can't think of the name of it. Career center type thing, community college, trade school. That's what I'm thinking of. Trade school for him, and he's just studying hospitality, so he's going into the hotel and restaurant business. Or is this more of a university type thing and he is taking just this one class because I don't know, maybe studying business or something. I don't know. We don't know. Not really important. So he's playing video games. Now, when I play video games, I don't go and look up chat rooms and stuff. I want to play the game myself and not be influenced by other people's opinions. So this whole thing going on with the video games and people chatting with them, I have no experience with this sort of thing. I do know playing role-playing games and such, board games and such. Most people there just want to have fun, we don't discuss politics. I mean, I imagine online it might happen more often. And I will also say, my experience, the people who start up political conversations are left wing. Right wing people are just there to have fun, usually. I'm sure there probably are some who do, but for the most part, my experience, right wing people are just happy to play the game and, get away from real life for a while. But all of these, the radicalizers are all from the right. Again, that might be a British thing. I don't know. Anyway, so situation one, he's playing video games. Somehow someone comes up with a, hey, download and share this video. So he's playing games and he's in chat rooms talking about games. Now his three choices. He can tell a trusted adult. He can talk to a stranger online and learn more about the video, or he can just download it. If he chooses to talk to a trusted adult, which is good advice for children, especially if you're dealing with the internet. Again, this is supposedly for people 11 to 18, and so Charlie's 17 or 18, I'm thinking, because he's in college. I mean, he could have made the decision on his own, but yeah, he's still young enough. He might want advice from an adult. So he goes to his mom. Oh, what does it say? She tries to answer his questions based on what he tells her. Which again, how accurate is he relating the information? Does he actually show her the site? It doesn't say. And he is glad that he didn't. He relieves he didn't download the video because she gives him good advice. Doesn't say what her advice is, but okay. If he chooses to talk to someone online, he goes to the echo chamber. I mean, their option is go talk to someone online, but he goes to the person who sent the video. So he's in the echo chamber. He's not being a rational person. They make the, again, propaganda. They're making assumptions that you're going to do it this one way, even though you might be smart enough to see through it. But, so, talk to a stranger online. He talks to the person who sent the video to him. Luckily, Charlie trusted their instinct and didn't download or share the video. And it doesn't give him any information about what's in the video. He just chooses against it. His instincts say don't do it. He doesn't do it. And third option, just download it. He downloads it. He shares. He's happy that people like what he shared. But deep down doesn't know if it was the right thing to do. So he's still questioning it, even though he's happy that he did it. Then for all three choices, there is a note. It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offense conviction. Now, I can understand this for things like child porn and stuff. Yes, that should be an offense. I don't understand it for just like other things. I shared a political video. What happened to free speech? I realize in Britain it's not as popular as it is here. It's going away here too, but and just downloading it. How are you going to know I downloaded it if I don't share it? What if I don't download it but don't share? That's still illegal. Again, child porn, yeah. If you're caught with child porn on your computer, that's an offense. A political video. I mean, just because you download it doesn't mean you believe it or are going to share it or anything like that. But apparently, free speech is not a thing. But we're supposed to accept that this is natural. That's, again, we're up to propaganda. Okay, situation 2. Charlie is going to class. He did a paper or a project of some sort. He's really hoping to get a 75 on it, because he's hoping, this will get him, this is his hospitality class, and there's a job available. So he's hoping to get a 75 on it. Someone else got an 80, and the girl who got an 80 just happens to be a little slightly dark-skinned. They don't make her out to be African, so maybe she's supposed to be Middle Eastern, which is the current minority group of choice in the UK now. So this is obviously, again, we're targeting people specifically. Another person in class mentions how foreigners are taking all the jobs. And the other person in class is Amelia. They don't give her name, but they do. It's her picture. There she is. It's Amelia. Now, again, Amelia's supposed to be right wing, radical right wing. Now, here in America, we believe in merit over DEI, the right wing does at least. Charlie was hoping for a 75%, which is a solid C here in America. Again, don't know how the British do their grades, but it was out of 100, so he got a 75%. He only got a 60. Here, merit-based right-wing American, Amelia would have said, it's your own fault. You're an underachiever. 75% isn't good enough. You should have tried for harder. That's what it would have been like here in America, truthfully. Now again, a propaganda thing, yeah, they would have torn that all out. But come on, if you want to do, it's, you're going to upset them about racism and how all the jobs are being given away, which, Amelia tells him, then you got to give him a higher grade than 75 or higher than 60%. And then you had to have him shooting for higher than the 75%. And I would actually say, the girl with the 80%, that's a B minus C plus, depending on the teacher here in America. That's a pretty poor grade. So the education system's what's really failing them here. The teacher is really failing them, because if 80% is the highest grade, a good teacher could at least get 190%. Anyway, getting off topic. So 3 choices here. Amelia has just told him about how all the good jobs are going to foreigners, and they're stealing them. Your choices are ignore Amelia and seek feedback from the teacher. Ignore Amelia and don't discuss your frustration. Comment and explore the idea further. So option 1 goes to the teacher. Teacher tells him how he could have done better, gives him some advice, and offers to sit down and discuss further, job applications with him, or opportunities for job applications. Option 2, he bottles it up inside himself, and it just it builds. Basically, he keeps thinking out. He can't get it off his mind. Option 3, come and explore the idea further. He starts yelling about how it's unfair. That is it. You click on, I just want to comment and explore the idea further, and their interpretation is Charlie starts yelling. The teacher tells him this is against the zero tolerance policy, and he ends up having to sit alone for a week so he doesn't interrupt the rest of the class. So again, propaganda, we have gone from making a comment to yelling. Okay, next. He is at home going through social media. He comes across a video. Tells about Muslim men are taking housing away from veterans. What does he do? Options are he can scroll past the video. He can engage, or he can investigate more about the topic, or he can engage directly with the video. If he chooses to scroll past, the next video he comes across, coincidentally, is about a veteran and his dog moving into their new apartment. Now, I'd be a little suspect about that. Big Brother's watching you, and they give you this video immediately following this other video. And here's the thing, he's happy for the guy. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Except for, why should he trust the second video any more than the first? Second group, he decides to investigate it. He goes into the echo chamber. He goes to the group that posted the video and looks up their stuff. He doesn't investigate it independently. He goes into the echo chamber, which is wrong. But that's, again, Nothing wrong with investigating the claims. Just don't go into the echo chamber to do it. Here they automatically have you go into the echo chamber. Now the group who posted it has research papers and statistics backing their claims. Great. Again, they could be right, they could be wrong. The game mentions that they have it, and just you're just supposed to ignore it altogether. You don't follow up on any. You don't look up into any of those. So sure, they got stuff to back it up. Just ignore their stuff. No, you check up on their stuff. You don't just accept it blindly. You check up on it. But no, to have the video game, no, they're intent on making this a bad choice. Third option: share the video and join the. No. Engage directly with the post. You commented on the video. Basically, he felt he did the right thing, but didn't know some of the groups that he comes into contact now are illegal. And again, there is nothing wrong with accidentally coming across someone illegal. I mean, don't follow them. Continuing with that. But just because a con artist sends me an email, which I get like 20 a day, doesn't mean that I'm illegal for reading what they sent me. I read them so I can mock them, not so that I can join in on them. Okay. Number 4. It's mealtime. He's eating with his family, which consists of his mother and his sister. His father comes into another situation later, so he's not at home for some reason. He gets a phone call. It's Amelia, and this time they actually give her a name. So we have a name to go with the picture. Picture of her. So basically, she sends him a post, asks him to like it, and asks him to join a secret group. Choices: ignore it and risk upsetting Amelia. 2. Like the video but don't join the secret group. 3. Share the video and join the group. We've gone from liking to sharing. I mean, you can like the video, join the group, but not share the video. That's not an option. So if you ignore it, the next day Amelia gets mad at you and says she can no longer be your friend. Now here's the funny part. Remember the slightly darker skinned girl from Situation 2? Girl who got the 80%? You go, you talk to Amelia. She's talking to a white boy and this girl from Situation number 2. We don't know the girl's name. Tell her that, sorry I didn't join your group, whatever. She gets mad. She storms off. The other 2 storm off with her. They got little voice balloons going on with little swear squigglies and, scowly emojis and stuff in them. So the dark-skinned girl from number 2 is actually on Team Amelia. She agrees with Amelia on this stuff. Like I said, biggest propaganda blunder of the year is have our darker-skinned girl come back and actually join the bad girl. Okay, number 2, like the video but don't join the secret group. You hit like. Later that night, a stranger who saw your like contacts Charlie and adds you to an encrypted private group without permission. Now, not an expert on the internet, but can you see someone's likes? I mean, YouTube, I like videos sometimes. Usually I comment if I like them rather than actually hit the like button. Is there something you can click on and see the following people like the video? I have a channel here. I can see how many people like my videos. I can't see who likes them. I look through. Can I find out who liked it? Apparently there's no way. So apparently we've created, like I said, there might be something on British internet I don't know about. We created this ability to see people, not just see how many likes something got, but see who actually likes it and contact them. Propaganda. We're making up stuff, apparently. So third choice, share the video and join the group. The memes that he shares get a lot of likes. His phone keeps going. Basically, more and more contacts on his phone. His mom gets suspicious. Okay, situation number 5. Charlie's got a free weekend. He's planning on going to Hull to visit his father. So his father is in this still. Now, he's talking to Amelia, telling her about it. And she's like, "Oh, there's a protest going on there. I wish I could go there." Asks him to go in her place, basically. Now, immediately, first thing, they give you the 3 choices, and my first thought is, wait a second, what about his father? He was going to Hull to visit his father, and now he's going off something. All you have to do is tell Amelia, "Look, I'm going to visit my dad. No, I can't go to the protest." The end. And being rational, Amelia's going to say, "Oh, yeah, you got a good excuse." Because, right wing, she cares about family, supposedly. But your 3 options are: don't go to the protest. Decline. Wait a second. Okay. Decline, risking your friendship. Watch from the sidelines and tell Amelia about it later. Or agree to join and go to the protest. So if you say no, what happens? Yeah. So you click on decline, risking your friendship. It tells you, this is what it tells you. Charlie suddenly remembers that he was going to spend time with his father. Amelia tells him, "We can't be friends anymore." Now this is, Clinton was elected president. Nobody told people not to talk to their friends and family. Barack Obama was elected president. Nobody told people not to talk to friends and family. Joe Biden was elected president. Or some people question whether he was president or stole it or not. And even the people questioning it didn't tell people, don't talk to your friends and family. Donald Trump is elected president. Don't go to Thanksgiving with your family because it's just going to be bad. Avoid your family. Don't go to the holidays with them. All over the internet. So right-wing Amelia is acting like a leftist here. But the propagandists will have us believe the other way. Okay, second choice was watch from the sidelines and report. Which sounds safe. That's what a lot of people in Minnesota claim. "Oh, we're just watching." It ends up someone nearby starts violence. So he wasn't really from the sidelines. And Charlie almost gets arrested because the police come into the area he's standing at. And we have where is this quote here? Charlie had only been here to observe. The line between observing and participating had been too easy to cross. So even though, I'm just going there to film it or whatever and stand on the sideline, somehow he got caught up in it. Third choice, agrees to join the protest. So he makes a banner. He almost gets involved in a fight. The police come to investigate, take down his personal details. He's afraid his parents might find out the details. So those are your 5 scenarios. So the 6th module is the follow-up. And it's the same. No matter what you said, whatever choices you picked, it's the same over and over and over again. Charlie is now lonely because his friends have left him. So either he made the right choices and Amelia has stopped being his friend, or he made the wrong choices and disenfranchised all his other friends. But he's now lonely. The teacher notices, comes to talk to him. He explains what's been going on. She tells him about Prevent. And so there's Prevent. You can learn more about radicalization. You and your family should join counseling. etc., etc. There's all sorts of things, and yes, it does specifically say that your family counseling. Now the thing is, this is the same module that runs no matter what choices you made. If you made all the good choices, yes, I'm going to be a good little brainwashed person and not look into anything and just accept the government line on everything. You're still expected to go to family counseling and go to prevent and go get be brainwashed further, basically. I mean, that is really what it's saying. No matter what your choice is, if you did all the wrong things and got arrested by the police or, approached by the police, whatever, you get the exact same things in Module 6 here. So no matter what you do, no matter how good a decision you make, you should still go get brainwashed. Now then, Amelia has become a hero to the right. And rightfully so. Because again, she's been lied about so much. She's been made the villain in this whole thing. And again, she's supposed to be representing the right wing when in reality, she's making really left wing choices. She suspects, she supports some right wing causes, yes, but her reactions are very much things we see from the left. And so she has actually become a hero. People have started making music videos about her. People have started making criticisms. Oh, we made this character to warn people, and the right is now using it to support their causes and to mock us. And the thing is, no, you just did a horrible job with your propaganda. Now, some of the videos are bad, and some of them are propaganda themselves. So some of the pro-Amelia videos are propaganda. Some of them are stupid. Some of them are ill-informed. But most of them are just, yeah. Why not support being a British? Why not care for British culture? Now, here's a question no one asks with this. So, Amelia's trying to radicalize Charlie. Who radicalized Amelia? Was it her parents? Or was it the fact that she was born into a world where she was automatically wrong just because she was white? She was automatically wrong because she was British. I mean, she is as old as Charlie, so she would have been born after Prevent got started in a world where, I was born in a world where, yes, we were all concerned about racism. We were fighting it. It was going away. And then suddenly, sometime in the 90s or early 2000s, people started coming out and saying, no, racism still, racism is as bad now as it was 100 years ago, which it isn't. Because I personally saw it it was going away during my lifetime. I saw it. It wasn't until the radical left came along and said, no, it's not going anywhere. So Amelia was born into this world where she was wrong just for being born white. But as a white person, she doesn't understand racism, so she's not allowed to talk about it. When in reality, yes, she was born into it. She is born into racism more than most black people. So yes, people are supporting Amelia as they should because she's actually the good person in this. Although she is a little extreme because she takes the leftist view of I can't talk to you if you disagree with me. She is still called right wing. Maybe that's different in Britain. I don't know. I do know that Europe and Britain, they do define right and left and conservative and liberal a little differently than we do. But from everything I can see, commenters from Britain commenting on this, she is considered right wing. She's just got a very left wing approach to things, or in America, what Americans would call a left wing approach. So that's another part of the propaganda is this really the way a right wing person would act? And yes, the more radical ones would, but for the most part, no. We want to talk about stuff. We ask, if you want equality, why not be equal? Why not let everyone talk? Why not listen to our concerns? That's right-wing radicalism, according to this video or this game. So that is it. Go, Amelia. Have a nice day.